Jinko standpoint, across the globe, we crossed beyond 100 gigawatt capacity within span of right from the day of our inception. And specific to Indian market, we crossed 8 gigawatt capacities within span of 5 to 6 years kind of timeline. So just keeping those particular terms apart, if you just try to look at technology, what kind of technology, which is what is available in the industry, and what kind of transformations has happened. Way back from 2018 onwards, if you just try to see, people were banking more on 156.75 wafer size. That used to be with polycrystalline modules, which is more predominantly called as multicrystalline modules. But just starting from 2018 Q2, Q3 onwards, people started thinking more on the mono PERC kind of technology, which is extended version of mono technology, standard mono. So specific to passive weighted emitter, rare contact kind of technology, we could see a lot of optimizations and standardizations in just achieving high power density and high energy density. So on those particular lines, I'll try to take the presentation forward. As I was trying to explain you that Jinko, we crossed 100 gigawatt capacity in Q1 of 2022, and specific to Indian market also, we have crossed 8 gigawatt capacity. And very soon we are trying to celebrate an event on that, and I take this particular opportunity to invite you all for that particular event as well. And yes, how we could maintain our standpoint across the globe, not just limiting to South Asia or Central Asia, you name any region across the globe. We have a market share beyond 22% to 25%. And specific to Indian market, we were, for last year, we were standing close to 32 to 33% kind of market share. And for this particular year, for Q1, we crossed close to around like 1.85 gigawatt capacity. And yes, due to unforeseen reasons and known reasons, for Q2, you very well know, because of BCD, we could not achieve the kind of numbers what we assumed in for. But just how we are trying to manage these kind of numbers, specific to 100 gigawatt capacity across the globe, 8 gigawatt capacity within India, it's all because of the quality constraints, whatever we try to maintain within our product, because we have a stringent quality criteria, not just limiting only to QAP or pre-shipment inspection, but yes, at each and every level, more predominantly on the aspects of whether it can be with extended reliability testing on the fronts of extended damp heat or humidity freeze, thermal cycle, PID, LETID, you name any kind of reliability test, we have the better value specific to PVL scorecard. And for the last 7 years, consecutively, we are topping the board on that particular segments as well, which is why we could achieve these kind of feats as the first global module manufacturer. And if we just try to look at what exactly the technology is happening, as I was trying to tell you, way back in 2018, people were standing with 156.75 wafer size with 330 watt peak as a maximum power class. That has been moved to 158.75 wafer size with mono PERC kind of technology, where the maximum power class has been pushed to 400, 405, 420 with 72 cell kind of predominant technology optimization, and with half cut kind of technology also 420 is the maximum power class. And from the days of 2019, where we started going with 163.75 wafer size, that was with a kind of tiling ribbon technology, which was named as Tiger series, which is again with a mono PERC kind of technology. That's all part of P-type technology. So within this particular P-type technology, if you just try to see the mono PERC technology itself, whether that can be with 158.75 wafer size, 156.75 wafer size, and 182 wafer size, or 163.75 wafer size, or 166 wafer size, all these particular configurations are part of mono PERC family, which is nothing but the silicon substrate is P-type. And all kinds of optimizations were done, so there is no more room left out to increase the power density or energy density within these kind of P-type technology. It's only that we hardly can do some kind of hybrid passivation on the P-type technology, which is the last option which is left out. And with these kind of P-type technologies, with 72 cell, if you just try to see, now the power class is standing up to maximum of 550 watt peak. And if you just try to do some kind of optimization within the same kind of power class or same kind of dimensions of 182 wafer size with 72 cell and with 144 number of half cut cells, just trying to change the substrate from P to N, and by going with a kind of one more oxidation process addition to that, which is nothing but a kind of adding one more passivation layer. By just doing that, it's nothing but the TOPCon technology, which means that the lines, whatever we are trying to use in for manufacturing PERC cells, we are trying to utilize the same lines by just going with little amount of augmentation to manufacture these particular TOPCon cells. So there is a kind of cost which is associated to that, but yes, there are many advantages when compared from P to N. And within N, if you just try to see, initial first generation technology was the PERT. That was nothing but it's a kind of litmus test which we tried in doing across the globe on the distributed generation market to test the litmus whether this particular N-type technology is possible to accept those particular numbers or not. And we tried that. Specific to European market, that clicked like anything, which is why that has made the path to continue on the TOPCon technology within N-type kind of segment. And which is why we could see that now the market is predominantly standing at 182 mm wafer size, 72 cell of full cell or 144 half cells, which is standing at a 550 watt peak power class. For the same dimension, for the same layout of these particular modules, if we just try to go with TOPCon kind of technology in N-type, we could see that 15 watt peak to 20 watt peak extra power can be expected on the same dimensions module, which means power density is getting increased, efficiency is getting increased, CTM is getting reduced. So these all are benefits, not just only limiting to power density, but also on the factors of energy density. It's like within PERC kind of technology, where the temperature coefficient is just standing at minus 0.35% per degree C rise in temperature. With TOPCon kind of technology, it is standing at minus 0.3%, and first year degradation is limited to 1%, and year-on-year degradation is 0.4%. This typical slide is a kind of comparative analysis between P and N. If we just try to see, the right hand side, which is in green, is TOPCon technology of N-type, where we could see the benefits. Whichever is coming from this kind of technology is more focusing on the aspects of temperature factor or degradation factors and the reliability test conditions. All these particular factors adds much more value in increasing the energy density. So all these particular factors compiled together, more on the factors of power density, energy density, and also just because of the increased power class, definitely area is going to be reduced and your BOS saving is also going to happen. So altogether your capex and opex are also going to be reduced. In fact, it's going to reduce your LCOE like anything and increase your IRR part. So that way we could see that this particular product is going to lead the market. As of now, out of our 40 gigawatt complete manufacturing capacity, we transformed ourselves from it's like we transformed to 25% out of our existing 42 gigawatt capacity towards TOPCon technology only, which means close to around like 10 gigawatt capacity to 12 gigawatt capacity, we are manufacturing these TOPCon technology products. Across the globe, if you just try to see, this particular N-type technology is happening only 30 gigawatt capacity. So close to 30% manufacturing capability is completely with Jinko on Tiger Neo series only. And specific to Indian market, if you ask us what are the products which are available, I invite you to visit our stall within this area, wherein which we are providing bifacial modules in both 72 cell and 78 cell, and also on the monofacial side we are providing in 72 cell only, where the maximum power class is there up to 610, 615, 620 watt peak kind of power class as well. So this is what we are offering to Indian market, and it's more like 60 cell, 54 cell is more designed for the distributed generation markets of European region, which is why we could see that these particular 78 cell and 72 cell is the only product which we are offering for Indian market. And this is a kind of typical analysis which we tried in doing, comparing the N-type versus P-type, wherein which we could see that the gain, whatever which is happening on the LCOE benefit or on the IRR benefit, close to around like 2 to 2.5 cents is a kind of direct benefit you easily can gain with these kind of technology aspects. And this is what is happening, and we did for all regions across the globe, and specific to Indian market also we could see that 2.4 cents is a kind of direct benefit you easily can achieve by just doing a kind of comparative analysis for the same module kind of dimensions, same technology, where you have the high power density, high energy density. Not just limiting only to the PV solutions, but yes, even we are trying to provide RESS solution, BESS solution, starting from 1 kilowatt hour till megawatt hour within these kind of containerized solutions, where we have the products specific to the RTC tenders, whichever is coming out in the market. On those particular segments as well, we are trying to provide 2.7 megawatt hour kind of containerized solution, which is going to be completely comprehensive solution for these kind of energy storage aspects. So that way also we can support, not just limiting our core competencies only with PV segment, but yes, extended version of PV to energy storage on both residential markets of residential energy storage markets as RESS product, and also with BESS products for the RTC tenders kind of thing. With this, I end the presentation, and I hope I made this in time. Thanks for your time once again.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Myself Vivek Ganapathy, taking care of DG business for Longi Solar. I know most of the industry friends are aware of Longi modules, but still I could see a lot of end customer. So in this presentation, I will be covering about who we are, what we do, and what are our future plans. As you can see, Longi is the world's leading solar technology manufacturer. We are into this business for almost 2 decades. Our operation income in 2021 is 12.26 billion with the R&D investment of $655 million. Currently, we are a global team of 60,000 people spread all across the world. We are also aptly rewarded with many awards like Forbes 2020, China's Fortune 500 company, and also 50 smartest companies in China. About few milestones of Longi is as I was mentioning, we entered into this business in 2000. Initially, we were into semiconductor business. Later, started manufacturing silicon ingots and then wafers. Over these years, from 2005 to 2021, we have revolutionized this wafer industry through various technological innovations like RC ingot pulling, diamond wire cutting technology, and standardizing monocrystalline wafers like M1 and M2 wafers. And also in 2014, we became a much more vertically integrated company. We started manufacturing our cells and modules as well. In 2015, for monocrystalline modules, we became #1 with a global shipment of, that time it was around 3 gigawatt. And also in 2019, we have launched our high efficiency modules using our standard M6 wafers. And in 2020, we have launched our 𝗨𝗃 series, which is of 540-545 watt peak, using our standard M10 wafers, 182 mm wafers. And in 2021, Longi entered into hydrogen business to promote hydrogen industrialization. And also we have broke few world records for cell efficiency like HJT and TOPCon cells. As I was mentioning, we are leading technology manufacturer. You can see we almost have in 2021, we shipped more than 70 gigawatt of monocrystalline wafers across the world. And also we have increased our production capacity to 1.105 gigawatt. You can estimate it. And also I can easily put forward that out of 2 monocrystalline wafers which are used in this industry are from Longi. And also in terms of cells and modules, in 2020, we became the world's first company to ship more than 20 gigawatt of modules within a calendar year. And in 2020 also, we shipped more than 30 gigawatt of modules. To be precise, we have shipped 38.52 gigawatt of modules within 2021 calendar year. And also we have increased our production capacities. Our current module production capacity is 60 gigawatt. Currently we have 11 manufacturing bases, out of which 9 is in China, 1 is in Malaysia, and 1 is in Vietnam. And also currently we cooperate with more than 5,000 global customers, and also we have footprint in more than 85 countries, which includes prominent players from India as well, like Adani, Asija, Tata, Hero Future, and many other companies are there. And also our journey in India. We started our journey in 2016. We had plans of, we entered into this cells and module manufacturing, and then in 2019, we have set up our local team. With that team and efforts, in 2020, we became India's #1 module supplied company with a shipment of more than 1.5 gigawatt of modules. And we retained the same #1 position in 2021 with an Indian shipment of more than 3.75 gigawatt. To be precise, recently we have achieved 7 gigawatt supply in India, and also in Q1 of this year, 2022, we have supplied more than 1.2 gigawatt of modules. About Longi's financial health. As a company, we always prioritize our corporate financial health because the concept is very simple. We are supplying a product which is of 25 to 30 years warranty. So we should be financially strong enough to support all your crimes throughout this warranty period. So for that, we always prioritize our corporate financial health and risk and all. To support my claim, on the right side of the presentation, you can see Altman Z-score, out of which Longi holds the highest Altman Z-score of 6.3 comparing to all other PV module manufacturers. This truly demonstrates our long-term sustainable development and risk control ability. And also, as per Bloomberg's NEF bankability report for modules and inverters, Longi has been rated 100% bankable. And also, as per PV Module Tech report, Longi has been rated as the only AAA rated manufacturer in this industry. These ratings are considering various aspects like your financial health, manufacturing strength, and ability to adapt the market changes. What all the technologies, technological shift which are happening in this industry. About Longi's innovations, as I was mentioning, we are into this industry for 2 decades. Like Longi's innovations are always a benchmark for this entire industry. When we entered into this monocrystalline business, monocrystalline market share was just about 2 to 3%. Currently, monocrystalline dominate this market. Almost as per data last year, 2021, the global shipments which happened, out of which 90 to 95% is monocrystalline modules, and Longi's commitment towards this monocrystalline revolution is huge, which includes introducing diamond wire cutting technology, which is saving PV industry 3 billion Chinese yuan every year, and also standardizing our M1, M2 and M6 wafers, and launching modules with low first year degradation. And also we have unlocked the era of N-type monocrystalline technology, which will be also the future. About the efficiency records, like Longi modules always perform well in tests which are conducted by third-party agencies, which includes our latest efficiency record of 25.06 by our P-type PERC and 26.30 by our HJT cells. And also we are aptly rewarded with many awards from third-party testing agencies like TUV, RETC and many others. About the innovation, as I was mentioning early in my presentation, like we invest extensively in R&D. To be precise, like 5 to 6% of our operation income is invested in R&D, so that we could get regular breakthrough in this industry. And also we are associated with many industrial partners, as you can see on the screen, and also with many research institutes to get this breakthrough. Our current offerings for Indian market is like our 𝗫𝗃 series, which uses our standard M6 wafers of 166 mm wafers, which delivers the highest power of 450 and 460 watt peak. And also our next offerings for our India market is like which uses our standard M10 wafers, 182 mm wafers, which delivers the highest power of 550 watt peak. Both these models of 𝗫𝗃 and 𝗫𝗃 series are available in bifacial as well. And also this 𝗫𝗃 series, which uses a unique technology called smart soldering technology, which will reduce the tensile stress between the two cells, and it increases the light capturing ability between the cells, so that it increases the efficiency of the modules by 0.3%. And also this is my core concept of this presentation. Like we see bifacial as the future. It's mainly because of the bifacial, additional bifacial gain which you are getting. Even though the price delta for bifacial modules has come down, by using the maximum albedo which is available, and also making a ground clearance of minimum 1 meter, you can easily achieve a bifacial gain of 5 to 15% easily. And these are the future of Longi. As you can see, like we are a prestigious part of RE100 Club, where Longi pledged to meet all its energy demand through renewable energy before 2030. Even though currently 11 cell and module manufacturing bases we have, and many more to come, but we still feel that it will be possible before 2030. And also we are prestigious part of EV100 Club, where Longi pledged to make EV transport the new normal by 2035. And also we are a prestigious part of EP100 Club, where we pledge to increase energy productivity by 35%. That's it. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Good afternoon everyone. This is Manish from enPossibilities, and we were founded in 2017, and we are a MSME registered with Ministry of Small Medium Industries as well as DIPP. We started this organization where possibilities can blossom for EPC players, where people can thrive and success can flourish. I'll just take 2 minutes to brief about my company, then I'll come to the main subject. We are actually India's leading solar products distributor. We are distributor of J Solar, SunGrow and Satvik Green Energy. We have more than 450 plus clients in South India, and one of the fastest growing distributor company in India. Till date we have supplied over 300 megawatt of solar equipment, which primarily belongs modules, inverters. So we maintain our stocks in South India at various places. We have stocks in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Coimbatore to take care of South India market, and just-in-time delivery and flexible approach makes us different from other distributors. These are the three products what we are dealing in. These are all three market leaders. Sungrow is like largest inverter manufacturer globally. JA is second largest solar panel manufacturer, and Satvik is the biggest solar panel manufacturer in North India with 1 gigawatt facility. So coming to the challenges, like in last couple of years during distribution, we found that all the EPC guys primarily face following three challenges. One is especially with respect to C&I segment. The roofs are like diverse, very like dispersed many a times. There are various rooftops. It's not on a single roof. Different sizes. Some sizes are of 10 kilowatt also, some are of probably a megawatt size. We are getting every time higher power rating panels. So how to cope up with that? Inverters are not available to take care of those readings. Shadow impacts. Parallelly there are like safety risk, DC, AC, arc. We have seen videos floating on WhatsApp for fire and all. Surges damaging the inverters, insulation damages, and O&M is very critical. So during this presentation I am trying to cover all these challenges and how solutions of new generation can address these. So just this slide shows you like every module has a optimal working current, okay, and every inverter has a like input current in which it will operate. If the optimal working current of module increases the current of the inverter, you get a wastage of power, okay, which is called clipping loss technically. So this is primarily happening with the invent of this 540 watt peak panels of 182 mm cells or 210 mm cells. Currently if you see about industry, JA and Longi, they are having like 12.97 ampere or 13 ampere modules, and most of the inverters have like per string 13 ampere rating. MPPT rating is almost 26 amps, or now some of them have gone to 30 amps. So there are a lot of clipping losses happening here for all other modules. When you come to 210 mm modules, there you can see that all the Trina, Canadian, Rayzon, their current range is in between 17 to 18 amps now. When an inverter, whatever inverters we are using in India, has a current rating capability of 13 amps, how can it generate like enough power without curtailing the power? So we are not able to get the full potential of the cells. So what I feel, the inverters which are today having 13 amps per string current restriction will have to phase out. That cannot operate in the long run, and with invent of 600, 700 watt peak modules coming up in near future, 20 amps is minimum per string requirement, 40 to 60 amps of MPPT requirement will be there. Now there is also a need where like we should have a intelligent algorithm which we call firmware in the smart devices of today, inverters, which can not only detect the arc. Arc is nothing but it's a small spark which can convert into big fires. Okay, so today's inverter have arc fault detection technology, but believe me, like with my experience, I have seen 80% of the arcs what are identified are virtual faults. These are not the real faults. Okay, so it's a false alarm that is being created. So there has to be an intelligent algorithm which differentiates between the virtual fault and the actual fault, and also has a capability to cut off or to turn off the inverter at the same time. So this is going to be reality soon with many of the progressing brands. Many of the times we have seen that surges whether on DC side or AC side will impact the like inverter, and generation loss happens. It is not only generation loss but confidence loss of the end customer on solar technology, because we say 5-year warranty, 7-year warranty of the product, and the moment SPD fails, we believe that it is chargeable basis. Customer feels being cheated. So I think inverter manufacturers have to move from the present type 2 SPD what they claim they are giving to type 1 plus type 2 SPD. So this is again going to be a future development in all the inverters. Within next 2 to 3 years we should see that. And another basic difference that will happen with this is type 2 SPD has a discharge current of up to 20 kA, whereas type 1 plus type 2 will have up to 40 kA, which is very much needed for the industry. Regarding O&M, especially when it is a diverse rooftops, smaller, bigger, I think 24/7 remote monitoring that is on real time has to be there. Today we see when plant is on, during the daytime most of the remote monitoring works. Remote monitoring should also give the faults at the AC side. AC is available 24/7. There are conditions where we have seen AC surges happening, AC side faults happening. So that should be not only recorded, fault should be immediately sent through SMS or emails as an alert to the end user, which is not happening today. I think this solution should work because many a times, if I may take a minute on this, the surges when it comes, first time the counter will count it as a surge, and then second time only it will fail the SPD, third time it will fail the IGBT. So if you get the alert at the first moment and you go and you take the corrective action, I think you can save a lot of devices as well as power generation. So we should have a smart string monitoring sitting at your mobile phone or your computer screen. You should be able to locate the fault, which string, which module precisely has the fault, such that time wastage of the O&M team can be reduced and you can restore the system as soon as possible. So fault locating and automatic analysis algorithms have to be built in the future solutions. The multiple roofs, like I have seen in Hyderabad, there are builders who have multiple towers, tower A to tower I. Each tower has 70 to 80 kilowatt of modules. Now how to monitor? Are you going to run the cables? One, it is aesthetically not good. Two, it is physically very costing for the guys. So I think a wireless communication system where inverter will speak to inverter using a RF technology or a Wi-Fi technology, that is going to be the solution. So these are some of the things what I could think of for the future technologies. Our presence, we are in South India primarily and currently serving to 450 plus customers. And yes, these are some of the things that we are indulged in over last few years. So let's collaborate. Our booth number is 148 in the next hall. Happy to connect with you all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ravi. I'm looking after module sales in TG and Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Let me speak about our new product. So let's start this. So Rayzon Solar has been started in 2016 under the leadership of Mr. Chirag Nakrani and 𝗏𝗏𝗏. So we started with 60 megawatt of production capacity. Then in 2020 we came up with 300 megawatt, and the present production capacity is 1.5 gigawatt. So we are focusing on a renewable future with quality conscious workforce, accelerated aging test labs, where we are ensuring our long-term durability of the products, and also focusing on new products where we can meet the client requirements and expectations. So these are the visionary management and our experience in the business. We have a strong financial support, and our revenue is growing day by day. It was almost 100% from the past financial year to this financial year. And our modules would be bankability. So we are in process of that, and we are in discussion with Bloomberg and also for the insurance of our modules. So Rayzon is committed to provide high levels of standard PE modules. So we follow the three pillars: the quality, reliability and technology. So according to this, we like to provide you the quality based modules from our side.
So as I said, like we are going to set up an R&D lab where we are going to do this aging test labs. So these are just some of the tests which will be done on our modules and even the products which are used for the making of the modules. And for developing and new innovative products, this is our new product which we have launched, Monoperk 144 cut cell, which is ranging from 530 to 550. And bifacial modules we are going to launch in another a couple of months. So that is also 144 cut cell. And it's a short thing. So I just wanted to know, like we are coming up with bifacial models in another 2-3 months. So this is my presentation from my side. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Alok Mishra from DNV. So DNV is almost 157 years young company. We have globally, we are basically from the independent consultant working across the globe, and presently we have on the energy sector, we have more than 12,000 plus employees across the globe. We are complete working as expert for us. We have globally more than 1 lakh customer. We are running around more than 100 plus countries, and DNV is a foundation based company. So we are, as per our charter, we need to invest our 5% revenue in the R&D, where we bring the new services, new technology for the globe, across the globe. So when we talk about the more specific to the energy storage, EV on this technology, we are here from the more than 90 years plus, including the power system also. And we have one who had the first hydrogen full stack testing facility, infrastructure and policy. So when we term of the electric vehicle sector, as per our DNV used to produce a energy transition outlook every year, where we predict about the markets, where market is going, how it's going, what would be the potential for that, and we are going to release in a couple of weeks once again for the 2022. And based on our studies, based on our, we feel that there is a huge potential in the EV. And when we talk about the why EV is really we need, because when we see, we are talking lot of emission, carbon emission, and the one of the major impact on the carbon emission contributor is the EV, is the vehicle, because the way we see in India, this is a similar condition I saw in the across the APEC, I would say. And earlier there was a similar condition in the Europe and USA also, but now they are little bit much better condition. But if we talk about the Asia especially, we are still many countries like India, we have the lots of emission issue, and one of the major contribution from the electrical vehicle, from the vehicle. So on EV side, we have the more than 50 clients where we are working continuously. We have the 2 labs where we do the electric batteries and charging testing lab. We have the 70% reference set, because when EV started, we are one who built us many standard, and slowly market adopted those standard. We have one who work closely to the because we are Norway-based company, so we have closely work with the Norway government and bring the first proper planning and innovation for the EV, which along with the Norway government. So here we are talking about the DNV deliver across value of chain, where we started from 2009, and we start with the OEM. We work with the charging point operators, We work with the network operator like TSO, transmission company, distribution company. We work with the many supplier, and also we are working lots with the many government agencies, where we are helping them to on the roadmap and similar type of study. In the DNV background, our headquarters is based on Oslo, Norway, and we have asset in charging infrastructure for the EV. This is one of the picture where we shown from our headquarters. Almost 99.9 almost every vehicle are coming from the EV, and we are committed for the carbon emission. So when we talk about the this is some of the DNV paper which is freely available on the website, and you can go through for your reference and for your details. So when we talk about the EV is little bit different from the present vehicle technology, vehicle aspect, because at presently there is a two party. One is the EV manufacturer and another is the customer. There is no third party here. But when we talk about the EV, there is another third party going to add, that is the utility. Because each and every EV facility needs to be charged on the daily regular basis. On those basis, there is we must have someone from the utility. Either it's a private utility or government utility, that is not matter. But we need another party, we need to include that is the utility. And the another problem we are seeing that each and every has their own aspect, which is I would say roadblock, yeah, somewhere impacting on the EV to bring out the EV. And everyone has their own aspect also. Like some are looking for the more holistic e-mobility offering, who they want such type of EV vehicle which they are fulfilling earlier with the normal diesel or petrol engine. They can go for the long drive and something like that. When we talk about the OEM, they want to sell more EV to comply with the inter-state CO2 fleet charges. Like we have as much as state CO2 policies, they can able to sell more vehicle. But the utility have some different aspects on that. They want to become a service provider, not remain on the social economic provider. Like many discom are just selling the purchase and they want to become a service provider. So when we talk about the energy EV transition process, we generally we saw that three when transition pathway for the EV. One is adoption, integration and operation. And in project with the in-of-good bring-in pathway succession, the project will discharge with the facilitation, minimize impact and monitoring. So when we follow about the adoption process, so adoption did bring three things: cost, random availability of EV charging. And presently we are seeing one of the major aspects which is not going to bring a boom in the EV market in India, that is the availability of the EV chargers. Yeah. So barrier when we talk when we talk about the facilitation, the best way to simulate adopt investigate the aspect that trend under current policy circular, like what is the cost, range availability and availability of the EV charger. So there should be a proper policy from the government who can push a little bit more push on their side, so bring those things. When we talk about the integration of EV in the grid, this is a really other aspect, and the base technology maturing, they are also meeting the arguments within that system argument also. Like when we talk about the vehicle to grid, at that aspect, the utility which are mainly on the cell side, they are turning at the low side also. So those aspects are changing. Now EV can also work at the generators for the sometime when we talk about the B2G system. So those all aspects need to be analyzed in the system and also need to be a strength in the system. When we saw the maximize benefit of the application, we saw that there is a flexibility to unlock their smart charging to minimize grid impact. Like we have to be within such a system where we talk about the utility, retailer, customer, DSO, transmission system operator. This is one of the studies where we find out that portfolio optimization, like we also during a study we found that EV can be a primary and secondary control reserve also, and also with the integration of PV storage, it would be made more sense also. So when monitoring come on the operation side, policy and system are typically designed based on the forecast and simulation. However, reality really not match expectation. This is the one of the major problem in the all metropolitan city like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai. So we need to be really realistic when we doing the when we do the small searching simulation, yeah, whoever we analysis we are going, we have to be really understand the practicality of that aspect. So as a consultant, we like to recommend that when we talk about the electrical vehicle, we need to be first adoption first class. We have to understand the load forecasting, which understand the condition of the local grid, technology development like from based on the countrywide development, based on the markets available, and based on the reality scenario of that. That we need to be analyze. Also we need to do the mobility experience of that particular country, how people are, the mobility system of that. We need to understand the policy experience of the country. We need to understand the grid integration because it is EV is completely dependent on the grid. Need to understand about the how much renewable is connected with the grid, what would be the behavior that is also making much impact on that. Need to understand about the communication protocol, how much secure, because communication protocol make more secure grid on that. Need to understand the control system. Need to understand the market potential, and based on that we will to do the project. So at the DNV personnel, we have on the EV side, we are in Asia, Europe and Northern America. When we talk about the expertise, we can have the expertise on the electrical side of EV battery charging in India, Singapore, Netherlands and UK. When we talk about transmission and distribution, we have the expertise in India, Singapore, Netherlands, Dubai. When we talk about the markets, we have the experience in India, Singapore, Germany, Norway, US, Netherlands. And when we talking about the more on the communication testing, communication protocol testing, we have our own lab in Singapore and Netherlands. So thank you this is from my side. Thank you.
A warm good afternoon to everybody. So I thank you Informa Marketplace once again, for organizing such beautiful events and bringing all the industry leaders together. So I take this pleasure and take this honor to presenting, on this new innovations, update on the new innovations, and also thankful to my, colleagues for sharing their insights on the new technologies that have happened. So presently, as all of you, in the solar industry know that the things are changing. In last 1 year, we have seen a lot of changes happening on the module sizes. So this session will be primarily based on the change in module sizing and specifically talking about the M10 cell, which is the mainstay product, which is likely to be the mainstay product for coming couple of years. So my name is Vikas. I represent Jackson Group. which is a 75-year-old company, and we are into energy solutions. So focusing on this energy efficiency trend, if you see last 5 years, we have seen that the cells efficiency have increased from 18.2% to 23%. As one of my friends shared, the journey of poly to monoPERC, then monoPERC we went to the half-cut cells now. So as we stand today in 2022, so we are having the cell efficiency of 23%, which is commercially available. So what I am showing is this table is the commercially available efficiencies which is available for the production. Of course, today the testing has been done for higher efficiencies, but still it is not very commercially available. So keeping that in mind, the module ratings have increased from 300 watt peak now to up to 660 watt peak we are talking about, and going forward up to 800 watt peak. So the last 3 years the cell efficiency has increased by 27%, and further it is likely to increase by another 10% in next 2 years. And the cell size starting from 156, it is going up to 210 mm. So the cell size is also increased. So this is how the last 5 years, if you see how the evolution in cell technology has happened. In 2017 it was 156 size cells when we are actually for 5 bus bar was introduced in the Indian market, and we started making 250 watt peak or 300 watt peak module with 60 or 72 cell. Then in 2018 came monoPERC, the monoPERC with 158.75, where with the 5 bus bar only, where the module ratings reached up to 400 watt peak. 2020 we saw for brief 166 taking over the market, so where the M6 cells came into the market, and we started looking at 450 watt peak module, so which was the highest rating module available last year. And now here we enter 2022. So 2021 the new cell sizes of 182 have been introduced along with 210 size, and which is now being implemented by all the Indian leading manufacturers. So today what we are talking about, this 540 watt peak module is primarily a product using 182 mm size cell. So now all these cells are known as now multi-bus bar. Earlier we used to call it 4 bus bar cell, 5 bus bar cell. So now all these cells are having more than 9 bus bars. So they are all coming under the category of multi-bus bar. So 166 standardization with 9 bus bar, 182 with 10 bus bar, and 210 with 12 bus bar. So we can say 2022 is a year of shift from a full cell module to a half cut cell module. So India is seeing this shift. China already saw the shift last year, and India is seeing this shift this year. Now this is the prime advantage of having this multi-bus bar cell. So with multi-bus bar we are using a round ribbon. So with round ribbon we are able to give a better efficiency, better reflection of light as compared to a traditional flat bus ribbon which was used in the 5 bus bar technology. So it gives us 2 advantages. One advantage is we have a higher power output, and it also reduces the CTM losses, which helps in getting a better efficiency of the module. Now we focus on the M10. So M10, we launched this Helia series last year. So we're the first Indian company to launch this 600 watt peak module using M10 cells, and where we are using this M10 size half-cut technology. So where the module efficiency increased to almost 21.39%. So it was the highest of the efficiency in this class of modules available. Now why this M10 is becoming more popular? So if you talk about 2 leading players are already there with me on this desk. In their presentation they also shared, both Longi and Jinko, that M10 is the their product which they have been offering. So these are the few highlights of this product. So it gives you the lowest LCOE cost. You get in the BOS when you do any project, so you get the best return of money by using this M10 cell modules. It is ease of handling, the kind of weight, the dimensions, it is optimum size, and it can give you for all kind of applications, rooftop or ground based, you have the solution available. The junction box required, Manish shared about the challenges of the current. So the current of this M10 is 13 ampere. So we have a junction box 25 ampere which is very easily and tested design available in the market, and with 4 square mm we can use this module, so which is again established solution. And this particular size is being adopted by all the major global and Indian leading manufacturers. So that also shows the confidence in M10. And as per the market forecast, we see that next 2 years or 3 years, this particular size is going to be the mainstay or biggest market share product in the market. Now another unique advantage with the Helia what we have introduced this series is, now this product with M10 only we have introduced 4 ranges. Starting from 120 half cut, 132 half cut, 144 half cut, and 156 half cut. Now this range starts from 440 watt peak and goes up to 600 watt peak. So the idea of having these 4 models is depending on the customer challenges. The customer who is having difficulty in carrying a big module on the rooftop, so has the flexibility of going with the smaller size of module with the smaller weight. Like my 120 half cut module starts from 24 kgs, while 156 half cut goes up to 31 kg. So all these 4 models are flexible, giving the choice to the customer as per their requirements. The solution is available using the same kind of technology. As you know, we are not only the first company to introduce this, we are also the first company to have the BIS certification done for 600 watt peak using M10. So we got this certificate in February this year. So I think that was another innovative solution which we got it. And then this is the highest efficiency we already discussed, around 21.39, which is likely to further increase next year. Now another unique feature of this Helix is we have got this product tested with pollution degree 2. So which is again becomes little bit more suitable for the harsh environment. Most of the modules that we see today are all with pollution degree 1. So we have gone ahead with a little bit of extra size and giving more rebate distance to the module, so give it more suitable to the harsh environment. This comes in another unique solution from Helix. It is having a low LID degradation, which is the technology of the PUG. This product is being manufactured, it is very close to our heart. So this product what we are manufacturing is using best of the BOS material available globally. The complete due diligence of each and every raw material has been done, tested, and after that only those product is being used while we are manufacturing this module at our state-of-the-art manufacturing facility at Greater Noida. Now this plant is 100% fully automatic within 100% high pot testing facility in the line. Now the cell cutting is being done by using the latest waterless NDC technologies. We were the first one to order this NDC technology waterless last year, and then this is also the trend which is being followed by all the manufacturers now. And in the line we also have 3-stage EL monitoring, right from from the cell cutting to the stringer to the pre-EL to the final EL. So that ensures that any product which is coming to the final for my final output is 100% tested at all stages. So that gives me a confidence on the product. Now coming to this Jackson Solar Solution and Services, we are an energy solution company. We are into complete solution for solar, right from manufacturing of modules to solar rooftop solution to ground-based projects as an IPP developer, and also operation and maintenance. So today we have a portfolio of 1.5 gigawatt of EPC, a portfolio of 1.5 gigawatt of O&M, manufacturing capacity of modules for 600 megawatt, enhancing it to 1 gigawatt this year, and then also into this rooftop solutions. So we are also very strong we have been recently awarded as one of the fastest growing rooftop solution in the CA segment. So these are the few solutions from Jackson. I think not many companies are offering these kind of solutions for customers in the solar sector. So another latest to the entry is this solution is the hybrid. So everybody is talking about hybrid today. So we introduced this product NRPack last year, which is with the lithium battery storage. So this is the adding feather to our solution with a hybrid solution. So meeting any customer requirement from 10 kilowatt to 100 kilowatt to a megawatt with energy storage. So these all solutions gives us to meeting any kind of customer requirement in the entire energy sector. So I think that's all from my side. Thank you once again.